First I tried the Lund Sport Traks, and take these two halves and you put those in there in that track, and that's with the two halves together, it slides in here and you close the door. Well, it works great here, but I cannot get them once they're in the track and I'm sliding them together. I can't get it any farther than that probably, and that's the smallest ones. I don't know how in the world they expect those to work. And I see videos where they use them. I don't know how in the world they do it. And anyways, they're not worth it. They're what, $58 or $60 a piece, something like that. So I bought these Extreme Max product Trax, I guess, rod holders they've got, and they look very similar as far as the way they're made. In fact, I think these seem a little bit more sturdy. I think there's a glass-filled nylon. I'm not sure, but of course it looks good. They're only $28 a piece. There's got to be a problem, right? Well, they fit in the groove just fine. Can move. It's just fine and dandy. Then you take the second part, the wedge part, hook that under the, oh boy, there they go. Very, very tight. And it's supposed to go in so far so that you can screw this screw in there to tighten it so it doesn't fall out. And you should loosen that to move it. Well, I can get it in there a lot farther, but in fact almost all the way. But it is so tight that I had to use pliers to pull it out, so I'm not going to do that now. What I did is I looked at this to see if there's a problem. Nope, everything's straight, fits in there perfectly, moves nicely, it's fine. What I found out when I looked down this is that the groove wasn't straight. So it made a high spot here, a high spot here, and then a high spot on the inside here. So I said, I'm going to file this. So I took a light duty file and I filed it right in that groove. And I tried it again. Worked a lot better. So I got this bad boy out because I have a dozen of them to do. And I had a really tough time getting it going, and I thought, boy, that is awfully wide or awfully thick to make a groove in there. I said, well, I'll just take one and try it. So I worked and worked and worked and got that thing in there, so it pretty much goes through pretty easily. So that's how thick I made that groove, and it definitely took the edges off on both corners and in the middle. So then I put this on here just as nice as can be. Take this, hook it in there, slide it in there, and push it right in just like that. I think it's going to work really well, but you got to modify it if you want to be able to use it. I am going to cut this back a little bit, so when I'm on the boat I can get a hold of it, so I don't end up pulling that out and throwing it in the water someplace. But just so I can get a little bit better grip on it and be more under control when I take it apart. That's all you got to do. Take that right there, file that groove. I'll tell you the thickness of it in a minute, and I'll put a link to these Extreme Max products at the bottom of the video. Good luck.